Alright, hey guys, welcome back to another video. Today, I don't know what I'm going to talk about, so I'm just going to talk about random shit. Whatever comes out of my mind, you're going to hear it unfiltered. Yeah, I was just finishing the core principle videos from Hot Seat at Home. And what I realized was that I knew that when you're talking about clarity of intent, it means that you're putting on the gas and no brakes. So you just boom. I don't know why I use that voice. That's the voice. I mean, that's the noise Tyler uses the most. So I guess I'm just gonna go with it. You're like, boom, here I am, talking to you. But I never knew that it also means you're talking without filter, which means that you're just talking without any censoring of yourself. So you're just talking without filters. And that also means putting on full gas and no brakes. So you're not thinking too much about what you want to say or you don't want to say. However, this is just when you're in a socializing environment. When you're in a professional environment, like I usually am, during most of the day, at least 3 hours per day, when I'm talking to patients, then you have to be, and of course, you have to be precise about what you want to say and make sure you communicate that idea as clear as you can. And also explains why I always feel kind of stifled when I'm in that environment. Like, I really can feel like I could kind of joke around or say whatever's on my mind, because sometimes that will be inappropriate. As you can probably tell, like, you can't just talk about sex, threesomes with your patients. You would definitely get sued. Twice. For sure. And another thing I want to talk about is entitlement. I mean, I have an idea what entitlement is, but after rewatching that video, entitlement is basically talking without judgment of yourself. You know, sometimes when we're talking to girls very very attractive and we think we don't deserve her, or any kind of unworthy thoughts, you're judging yourself. You are judging yourself as not worthy, and therefore you don't act entitled and you don't speak with that confident voice, pitch, and tone. So that's the two main things I got out of that video today. And in terms of approaching today, yeah, talk to a neighbor and just kind of like chatting with a girl from Singapore. I could tell that her eyes light up very fast the moment I asked her a question on the road when we were both walking in the same direction. And I don't know. I feel like even though I didn't directly compliment her, but I feel like my intent was very clear, because soon into the interaction, I asked her if she want to grab lunch. Now that was very bold of me, because at that point we didn't know much about each other. I don't know, like a part of me was thinking, why the fuck not? Just do it anyway. And I feel like I could have got her number, but no. Not gonna get her number, because I don't know, I just don't feel like we had that great of a chemistry. So we part ways after talking for a while, and that was that. And I don't know, whenever I'm walking with my friends, all the hot girls just appearing out of nowhere. It's like, I don't know. It's like God wanted us to. It's like God was testing me whether if I want to stay with my friends or if I want to go, kind of leave my friends and go talk to that girl. because that happens so many times when I'm working with this particular friend. And sometimes I do kind of I just kind of resist and I just kind of go for it. But other times I feel bad because I feel bad ditching him. Yeah, and I wanted him to do it with me, like get into this pickup thing, but he's just not there yet, not quite yet. But I feel like if that frustration builds up for long enough, maybe one day he'll Google it himself, just like I did, and realize that this thing you just gotta do it. It's like jumping into the cold water. The more you do it, the more you warmed up. And one good trick I found to get my day started really well was just fucking say compliment and say hi to freaking everyone. Like doesn't matter who walked past, just kind of like high five or whatever. And just don't expect anything. Like it's a gift. Just giving it out. It might give you a weird look, part because they don't even hear you, but that's expected when you're just starting out during the day. When you're not there yet, when you're not at that sweet spot yet. And strangely, today I don't feel that scared about going on presenting tomorrow. And part of that because I feel like the more I do pick up, the more I feel like the world is a friendly and social place, and no one's out there to get you. But unfortunately, when I emailed the supervisor today, he said, "Oh, you might have to do it another time because blah blah blah, yada yada yada." And that's that. And to be honest, I feel kind of relieved that I don't have to do that, but I know that I have to do that, do it somewhere, sometime down the line. But that's okay because I feel more prepared now. Now, I don't know why I slipped back into this competitive mode like 3 days ago just by worrying and thinking about this. But now I can kind of, I mean, this is game. You go up and you go down, and it just never ends. But the cool thing is, it's a upward spiral. It's you just keep going down and keep going up and up, and you'll be going up to amazing places you never thought you could go to. Now, I think it's been 3 days since I watched porn, and today I had this strong urge to fucking just jump on Pornhubs and start looking at all the fucking porn, man. Like, but I didn't do it. I'm quite proud. Partly because I don't feel that horny, even though fuck sometimes I hate Facebook so much. I don't know why. Sometimes these random posts of like vines with hot Asian girls popped out on the newsfeed, and you're like, ah, that thumbnail looks interesting. I'll click on it. Then 5 seconds later, you see a half naked chick doing sexy poses, and that's like fucking turning you on. It makes you wanna just fucking Control Shift P, go to private browsing, and go on Pornhubs and look at those fucking videos. Like fuck. But I realized that when you watch too much porn, you start to see woman as an object rather than a real human being. And that's the point. That's a kind of realization I had actually like 30 seconds ago. Because I was thinking, before I started making this video, I was thinking, why does porn make me bad with women? And I think now I got the answer. It's because it objectifies women like they're a sex object. And that's not good in pickup because you just come off like a horny little piece of shit that just want to get validation instead of like genuinely getting to know the girl for who they are. Now, of course, there are times when you go to a nightclub and the girl just feels fucking horny and you just hit it off. But that doesn't really happen in reality. And those yes girls, like super yes girl, DTF girls, they don't happen a lot. Like, you will get them definitely, but they're not the type of girls that you will meet all the time. And most of the time, you need to have a good conversational skills and kind of know how to calibrate, not to come across as too horny, like horn dog that just want to fuck. Even, yeah. Especially during day game. Because most of the time, most people don't walk around during the day feeling fucking horny like they do in the nightclubs. So that's why during the day you need to be a little bit more normal, and you still have to show a little bit of sexuality, but it doesn't have to be that full on, that strong. So that's why when people see Owen's video, they kind of confuse. Oh, why do I have to be this physical all the time, or do I have to be more chill, like James Marshall? But even James Marshall has a very good eye contact that just communicates sexuality, and three good ways to communicate sexuality, to make the vibe between you and a girl, man to woman, is to use eye contact, laser eye contact, or this challenging eye contact, like And another one is your tonality. It's always breaking rapport. Tonality, like it's going down at the end of every sentence instead of going up, like, hey, how are you? It should be, hey, how are you? And another one you could talk about with a girl is sexual scenarios, like hypothetical scenarios. Like if you meet a guy, he has a small ass penis, but you just like him so much, would you still do it? That kind of stuff. Of course, be calibrated when you're asking these kind of questions, but usually do it if you feel like it. You gotta screw up a few times before you know when to talk about that kind of stuff, but you usually could and it's usually like a way to ping where the girl is sexually. If she is very sexually open at that time, then she'll be happily discussing it with you and talk about a lot of stuff. And another one is, I love you, I hate you. Oh, you're from Chicago? Fuck, I love that. Oh, you're from New York? I hate you. And all that stuff. Of course, always say it with a cheeky vibe. Don't say it so seriously, like, I hate you. That doesn't work. And the most important one is physicality. If you don't know how to do man to woman, be physical. It's the easiest way to make the vibe man to woman. Hugs, holding hands, going for a kiss. That's it. It's not that hard. I reckon the hardest thing you ever have to do is get rid of that mental barrier you have when you're escalating on a girl. But other than that, once you get rid of that barrier, it's pretty easy. You just have to focus on being yourself, being real, and not get too focused on getting the fucking sex. Alright, that's it for today. Bit of a long rant. Hope you enjoyed it. I'll see you next time.